There's just no bottom to the chaos in California as folks lose their bottoms and their tops. A naked lady with a gun jumping out of her car on a bridge in San Francisco and firing at people at random.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's a lady. Oh,
whoa!
I think she ran out. She ran out.
Holy.
Oh, man.
It's like a video game. She was arrested and hopefully got dressed. And in the name of equality, a naked man terrorizing residents of an East Hollywood apartment building. The creep walking outside the place while carrying around a huge knife. But the cops say they are powerless to stop him because it's not against the law. That's good news for me. Joe Rogan thinks this kind of stuff will doom the state's liberal leader Gavin Newsom if he ever tries to run for president.
It's Californian Justin Trudeau. It's Gavin Newsom.
The problem is he did such a bad job with California. It's they're so vulnerable. Madness.
Yeah.
There's so many businesses that are closing down. They don't want to be a part of it anymore. Like, hey, we need to take care of disenfranchised people, but we also need to make our streets safe, and we have to stop crime. And there's none of that. There's like more ridiculous laws, more lax on crime, more money for the homeless people. Give them free drugs. Give them needles. They need clean needles. Like, what?
Yeah. Because we're doing Jessica First Day. Jessica, it is what they're saying is phenomenally true. How is Gavin immune to criticism? He's going to be your nominee when Joe drops out and you guys get rid of Kamala.
He's impeached and he's in the slammer. Right?
Oh, I wish. But I mean, he almost got recalled. He's probably a good candidate, but a terrible governor.
No, he was recalled, but he won by the same margins that he had won the election by. So,
do you trust the results of that election, Jessica?
I do. I tend to trust results, generally speaking.
Do you trust
I'm discerning
results of
and
all
also
institutions?
No, I think that you can have a healthy dose of skepticism without being a denier.
Apology accepted.
Again, hate going first. Obviously, thanks, Sandra. That didn't feel patronizing. Obviously, the numbers, they lost a huge amount of tax revenue when you look at the numbers of the surplus that they had, and they had historic surpluses and have gone into having a deficit. And Gavin Newsom, in his latest budget proposal, did cut it out with the spending, but they need people to move home and they need corporations to move back for that. And it's not just kind of the crime. And I just, last week, or 2 weeks ago, I was out in LA and San Francisco, and it does feel markedly different than it used to, for sure. But I don't think that it's just that. I think people are considering all sorts of things, obviously, when they're deciding to move. What's going on with the weather there, between wildfires and heat waves and things like that, it makes it less appealing as well.
I think Jessica hit it on the best talking point, Jesse. Blame the nudity on heat, i.e. climate change. Right. Hence, extreme MAGA Republicans are causing nude crime.
None of them were
Greg,
MAGA Republicans, those naked people.
What did you say about naked people?
I said they're never attractive.
Right.
And I include myself in that. I'm more attractive with clothes on. But I'll leave that for you to find out later.
Okay.
That's why I quit dancing.
Update on the naked lady shooting weapons on the streets. She has not been charged yet.
She's probably mentally ill.
She's
let's be
not
honest.
been charged yet. Also, the guy with the knife who was also naked, masturbating in front of children at the apartment complex. Again,
has he been charged?
Not been charged yet.
And that we know is wrong.
So just in Gavin Newsom's, 4 years as governor, the homeless population has gone up 14%, and he's spent billions of dollars more each year. So he's actually paying for more homeless people. And the crime has gone up double digits. So if you're running against Gavin Newsom in a general election, the question is, do you want California to turn into the United States of America? And you show it visually. You know, you show Gavin Newsom with his arm around the fat naked lady busting caps on the 405. You show a time thing of San Francisco, it just disintegrates. Venice Beach, under Gavin Newsom, it's all homeless people on fentanyl. That's how you do it, because visually, this is the best way to communicate to the American people the disaster that Gavin Newsom's done with San Francisco and how that's going to go throughout the rest of the country.
Yeah, if Republicans can't beat that, they don't deserve. I mean, it's amazing. Sandra,
I would say if you can't protect Nancy Pelosi's husband, he's not going to protect your husband.
Yeah. The crime seems to be getting more and more surreal. absurd. Like when I saw that for the first time, I felt like it was Grand Theft Auto. You know, I was watching a video game.
And the investigation's ongoing. Everything you need to know, you can see there. She was randomly shooting at these cars. Thankfully, nobody's been injured. But I don't know how much more we need to learn other than somebody ran out naked in the middle of the highway and started firing. The numbers are so bad in California that you've got to feel for people who don't have the money to flee that state.
Right.
Because you've got money, like all the Hollywood actors and actresses who said they're fed up with the crime, they're fed up with the homeless, they're fed up with the drugs. They leave. And they take their kids and they put them in nice schools, probably in red states, somewhere else in the country. Florida's got a lot of the incoming residents, Texas as well. The unemployment there above the national average, okay? Their growth is down. Pew's basically saying that their population continues to diminish. Their homeless rate, you just said under Gavin Newsom, but since 2012, the homeless rate is up 43%. Wow. So this isn't just a story of Gavin Newsom. This is a story of Democratic leadership. Right. You talked about its other crimes as well. It's homicides. Its robberies are up 10%. You park your car in the street there. You're lucky if you come back and it's there.
Maybe somebody stole
Maybe
her
an
clothes.
exaggeration, but it's happening a lot.
It's crime on crime. Judge, Sandra's got a good point. It's no longer like a melting pot in California. It's two camps, the very rich and those literally camping on the street. Like there's nowhere else for anybody to go.
No, and that's why everyone's leaving, and that's why more people are leaving California than any other state. And all of the facts that everyone has outlined are clear. And that's why Joe Rogan left California, by the way, because he didn't like it. He didn't want his family anywhere near there. 7 out of 10 people in California don't want Gavin Newsom to run. But I'm going to throw a clinker in the whole thing. This guy, Gavin Newsom, is smooth.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay? He can be asked about homelessness like he was with Sean Hannity, and he can admit to it. He can be honest about it and yet get out of it in a way where, you know, it's a problem everywhere. We're doing everything we can. I know it's wrong. He is a smooth talker. And my concern about the American voter and the American electorate is they're not going to say, oh, I don't want my state, I don't want my country to be like California. They're going to say, oh, he seems like such a nice guy. He's so good looking. His wife is pretty. He's got nice kids, and they'll make him, the manna from heaven, and he could get elected.
He's a smooth criminal, is what you're saying.
Yeah, Michael Jackson.
Doug Schoen said yesterday when the plea deal fell apart, he said this is a great day for Gavin Newsom.
He's not plotting that.
Oh,
That's what they always say.
Oh, again.
Oh.
You guys tell me what's happening on the Dem side.
Yeah.
Well, you certainly won't. All right. That was mean. I apologize, Jessica. And that's a phony apology.
Yeah.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.